Hello, hi, and namaste to all our dear Toastmasters and guests. Today is a special day. Today is all our club officers installation ceremony, followed by a networking session. It's going to be fun and learning. That's something that's same with all our previous meetings. With that said, I will be a Sergeant at Arms for this term, and I would like to read out a few guidelines and ground rules. To keep this podium strictly for communication and leadership purpose, I request the speakers to refrain from talking about sex, religion, and politics. Please keep your mobile phones on silent or switch it off to avoid distracting the speaker. Since we are meeting virtually, let's follow a few more meeting rules, online rules. I request speakers and other participants on the call to switch on your video, look directly into the camera, and mute your microphone if you're not talking. Refrain from making unnecessary movements like eating, moving around the room, walking away, or talking to the people off screen. In unavoidable situations, you can switch off your video and come back immediately. Do applaud after every speaker, even if your microphone is switched off. Clap your hands so that the speaker doesn't feel left out. Please avoid asking, am I audible? In case the speaker is not audible, I request other participants to show thumbs down and thumbs up gestures. Please use raise hand option on Zoom if you choose to participate in the table topic section. And before further ado, I would like to introduce you to our area director of F3, Miruna. She is our, just give me a second. She is an associate cloud architect by profession and an oil painter by hobby. She is a dendrophile, that is someone who loves trees. It's off to you, Miruna.
Thank you, Siddharth, for that introduction. Before we begin with the installation ceremony, there's something that I want to share with every single member of Speaking and Beyond. What makes this club really special is that all of you managed to take time on a Sunday evening where you could be very well sitting with your family, eating a samosa, drinking tea at this time, but you choose to attend meetings and get better. Just like anyone, New Year came, first week of the year in Jan, I was very motivated, right? I had all these goals and I was setting them, achieving them. But what happened after a week? I got very bored of it. So what did I do? As anyone would, went on Netflix, wasted my time. But I thought that how long can this possibly go, right? My mother came and told me, how long will you be sitting here like a couch potato, how you did in school? And I thought, oh man, is that what really life has come to? So I thought that while I'm watching Netflix, let me watch a motivational documentary on Netflix itself. And there I came across something which was really interesting. They had a few interviews where they asked an Olympian, what is the hardest thing about your training? And that person says, doing the same thing every single day. It was not about pushing the boundaries, setting a new limit or pushing yourself to do better, but it was to run the same 400-meter track every single day, even if the record did not improve at all. It is not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives, right? It's what we do consistently that shapes our lives. We keep looking for something new, something different because we get bored. You can very well ask yourself that why should you show up to every meeting only to have the same kind of speeches, the same evaluations, similar table topics? How is it going to be any different? How am I going to improve? You being here today have committed towards being members, and few of you have been XCOM members. Few of you are going to take up a new XCOM role. You can ask yourself that, could I learn to include humor in my speech the next time to improve my variety? Or could I be a little bit more natural in the way I deliver my speech so that you commit towards improving and consistently working on it? And as you have committed towards attending these meetings each week, you commit to putting effort towards your goal. And you will see that probably by the time I say goodbye as an area director, you might be on your way towards becoming the next world champion of public speaking. So that's all I have to say from my end. Siddharth, do you want to continue with the installation? Shall I continue with the installation, or do you have anything else in mind before that?
Yeah, that's a good question that you asked. Actually, when I was preparing your speech, I wanted to tell everybody who's here, just to recall, Miruna was one of the panelists on our very first hybrid meeting, in case someone has attended. That was a part of your introduction. Now that you asked me, so I'm just adding what I missed out. Yes, it's up to you again.
Okay, fine. Then we'll move on with the installation ceremony. Before I start the installation ceremony, I request the outgoing club officers to please turn on your video and rise in the places in which you are connected. Outgoing officers also include officers who have taken up certain roles if someone has not filled it in. Okay. Dear officers, you have had a successful term and you should be extremely proud for serving magnificently in your respective offices. On behalf of Speaking and Beyond Toastmasters Club, District 92 and Toastmasters International, I would like to say a big thank you for all your hard and successful work this term. I hereby discharge you from all further duties and responsibilities of your respective office. Please give the outgoing officers a round of virtual applause for the wonderful service they have rendered to this club. You may take your seat. Now, I request the elected officers to turn on your video. And as I call your name, I request the moderator to spotlight the video. I humbly request the audience to please withhold any applause until the installation ceremony is concluded. Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Siddharth Reddy. Toastmaster Siddharth Reddy has joined Toastmasters 2 months ago, and he is an entrepreneur, a consultant working with startups. The treasurer, DTM Abhinav Kashyap. He's not here today, but he was the past division director and also a finalist in the division contest. The secretary, Toastmaster Trishya Sendil Kumar. Trishya has been passionate towards public speaking since she was very young. She loves to explore different cuisines and sings. She's currently working as an analyst in a strategy advisory in a startup, joined Toastmasters recently and has been awarded the best table topic speaker in a meeting themed the 11th hour, held in December 21. Vice President Public Relations, Toastmaster Vanshika Daga. Toastmaster Vanshika joined Toastmasters 3 months ago, has learned a new way of speaking. She has finished her L1, P1 and P2 projects and has a long way to go. An ex-Deloitte and currently in quarantine and being positive. All right. The Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Tulika Khandelwal. Toastmaster Tulika is a homemaker, nurturing her kids to become responsible citizens. She has served as a VP membership twice. Taking this responsibility has made her more confident. It has helped her to get out of her shell and explore more. The Vice President Education, Toastmaster Kevin Joy. Toastmaster Kevin has been a part of Toastmasters since April 2020. He's one of the founding members of this wonderful club, Speaking and Beyond. He has participated and taken up roles in various events, including area and district level contests. He's really looking forward to taking up this role. And finally, the President, Toastmaster Anuja Gaurav. Anuja is a senior consultant in KPMG, is currently the Division F PQD team, and was previously the Pathways Coordinator for Division C. She has served up as a VP Education and SAA for Boeing Toastmasters Club. I am here to install the officers of Speaking and Beyond Toastmasters Club and to prepare them for the challenges that lie ahead. Their collective challenge is to make this club strong and dedicated to helping people from all walks of life to speak in an effective manner, listen with sensitivity, and passionately lead to help many individuals. Each officer is obligated to attend the club executive committee meetings, attend district-sponsored club officer training, that is TLI, and prepare a successor for his or her respective office. I request the moderator to spotlight the video of the respective officer when I install them. Let's take a minute and each officer grab an object which signifies a gavel as a symbol of leadership. Usually people would take a pen. So maybe right now you can just take a minute and grab a pen or anything nearby that symbolizes leadership. So just let me know when you're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Okay, Anuja has ran off. We will wait for her. Mazahir, you will also have to grab a pen since you're the proxy for Abhinav. Okay, you can look for it while I continue. Moderator, can you please spotlight Toastmaster Siddharth Reddy? I request everyone else to please mute. Toastmaster Siddharth Reddy, as Sergeant at Arms, your responsibility includes arrange the meeting virtual room, maintain club equipment in working order, ensure that adequate club supplies are available, set up the virtual room before the meeting begins, take care of the waiting room and allow only authorized attendees to enter, lock the meeting room if need be once the meeting commences, ensure to take care of online meeting controls and meeting recording if need be, make sure that all relevant educational and PR materials are displayed, attend to special equipment needs, greet the guests, and help the president make sure the meeting begins on time. Toastmaster Siddharth Reddy, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will perform these to my best ability.
Thank you, Siddharth. Moderator, can you please spotlight Toastmaster Mazahir as the proxy for DTM Abhinav? DTM Mazahir, being the proxy for DTM Abhinav, as treasurer, you are expected to keep financial records and prepare the club budget, announce when it's time for members to pay the dues, explain the due structure to members, collect the dues, work with the secretary to ensure that the club submits the dues on time to Toastmasters International World Headquarters. DTM Mazahir, as proxy for DTM Abhinav, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Moderator, can you please spotlight Toastmaster Trisha? Toastmaster Trisha, as secretary, you maintain an accurate membership roster, work with the treasurer to ensure that new membership applications and dues get to Toastmasters International World Headquarters as soon as possible, submit the new club officer list to Toastmasters International on time, work with the treasurer to submit the club's semi-annual report and dues to the Toastmasters International on time, take care of noting down attendance for the online meetings, and provide the club with minutes of each meeting. Toastmaster Trisha, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Moderator, can you please spotlight Toastmaster Vanshika? Toastmaster Vanshika, as Vice President, Public Relations, you are expected to attract visitors to the club through free publicity, use a variety of means to promote the club and its members in as many mediums as possible, such as digital, print, TV, internet, or newspaper. Enlist your fellow club members in PR activities, providing them with promotional materials and ideas for inviting guests. Regularly recognize member achievements with methods such as announcements, newsletters, emails, and articles that you submit for the district bulletin. Toastmaster Vanshika, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
All right. And we also have 2 associates for this role. Siddharth as, okay, Preeti as the VPPR. Is Preeti there? No, right? Okay. All right. Toastmaster Tulika, as Vice President of Membership, you are expected to lead the club's membership building efforts, help members with any requirement during their journey, listen to their grievances, and provide emotional support if need be. While the VPPR motivates people to visit your club, you motivate the current members to invite guests. Promptly give new membership applications and dues to the secretary and treasurer. Personally greet guests and provide them with the guest packets, including a membership application. Make sure that each guest hears about the benefit of Toastmasters and gets a personal invitation to become a member. Toastmaster Tulika, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Moderator, can you please spotlight Toastmaster Kevin? Toastmaster Kevin, as Vice President Education, you are expected to gain commitment from members to set educational goals for themselves, assure that club members are aware of the schedule of meeting roles, plan meetings that will assist members in meeting their individual goals, work with club members to keep meetings fun and well run, work with your members to ensure that they submit their applications for educational awards promptly, provide for educational topics at club meetings such as those from the Successful Club series and Leadership Excellence series, represent your club at area and district council meetings. As the second highest ranking officer, preside over the meeting when the club president is absent. Toastmaster Kevin, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Moderator, can you please spotlight Toastmaster Anuja? Toastmaster Anuja, as the president of Speaking and Beyond Toastmasters Club, you are the Chief Executive Officer. Thus, you will preside at all club meetings and all meetings of the club executive committee. It is your challenge to see that this club adds new members and meets the goal of its current members to achieve their communication and leadership goals. Establish a club climate that is supportive, stimulating, and rewarding to its members. Realize that among the resources available to your commitment is towards your fellow club members, your officer team, area director, division director, and District 92 officers, and the officers of Toastmasters International Headquarters. Toastmaster Anuja, you hold a gavel as a symbol of the power and authority that your club has given you during your term of office. I am confident that you will use it wisely and with restraint. You're a member of your team as well as a leader. A team is more than a collection of people. It is an emotional force rooted in the feelings, thoughts, and actions of all members with the common goal of achievement, sharing, and mutual support. Work with your team members and create a healthy, dynamic club, a club which everyone will be proud of. Toastmaster Anuja, as the member of Speaking and Beyond Toastmasters Club, as well as its leader, will you work with your executive team and club members to make this a vibrant and a rewarding club this term and help every individual with honesty, loyalty, and empathy?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Dear members of Speaking and Beyond Toastmasters Club, Please turn on your video and rise at the places from which you are connected. Your officer team has just pledged to serve this club to the best of its ability, to be the best Toastmasters club possible, and to meet the needs of all its members. Your club will need active participation from each member. Do you, as members, pledge to work together with your officer team to make Speaking and Beyond Toastmasters Club the finest Toastmasters club it can possibly be?
Yes.
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 Yes, we will.
Thank you. Please take your respective seats. By the authority vested in me as the area director of District 92, it is my sincere pleasure to declare these Toastmasters officers installed in their respective club offices. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to the Speaking and Beyond Club Executive Team for the term January to June 30th, 2022. With this, we come to the end of the installation ceremony. Over to you, Siddharth.
So we can start with the networking session now. Dude, I'm also pretty confused on how to take my Sergeant at Arms role. So Salmia, I mean, Mazar can come forward or anyone else can come forward and tell me what next.
Actually, what we can do is we can hear a few words from our newly elected president, Toastmaster Anuja, to share a few words with her new executive committee and her members. Anuja, would you like to take this forward?
Yes, sure, Toastmaster Miruna. So, hello everyone, and I'm your newly elected president, and I hope you all will like me. I don't know if I'll be as good as our immediate past president because he has done a wonderful job in bringing this club to the position that it is now. Our current VP Ed and one of the founding Toastmasters of this club, Speaking and Beyond, Toastmaster Kevin, who has been so involved in the PR activities and is there for every meeting and just making sure that nothing is missed out in this club. Our vice president membership, Toastmaster Tulika, I don't think anyone else can do this job as good as she does. And trust me when I'm saying this, I've seen a lot of vice president memberships, and it is one of the most difficult positions in the whole executive committee. But what I see in you is that you don't even need a guidance. You are just pro in what you do. So I'm just very happy that Kevin and you are part of this team. And more than what I can do, I am going to rely on you guys to guide me, to navigate how this XCOM is going to work, how the club is going to work. Because I know with you both present in the team, you are going to not let this uh, motion in which Speaking and Beyond is rising let down. So thanks a lot for being a part of this XCOM. We have Vanshika, who is Vice President PR, and with my interactions with her till now, she is always there. She's always there with updates. She's always there with new ideas. And in her Toastmaster journey till now in our club, I see a very, very passionate VPPR in her. And I know with her new ideas, we are going to get an amazing PR team and as well as PR presence in the whole District 92. Because this term, we have the ISC contest, we have a lot of contests, and we know what our club is capable of, and we know how to make sure that the whole district knows what this club is capable of. And then we have our distinguished Toastmaster Abhinav as treasurer, and I don't think so we can ask for anything else if distinguished Toastmaster Abhinav is going to be our treasurer of the club. Him being in the executive committee itself is a big thing. We have our secretary Toastmaster Trisha, who is going to rock this role, and I know she is going to be very helpful for all the executive committee members Toastmaster Kevin and Toastmaster Tulika to help them out in their work and also help out Toastmaster Vanshika in her work. And our SAA, Toastmaster Siddharth, do I need to give an introduction? It's his first role as SAA today. It's his first executive committee meeting. And we didn't even feel that it's his first role as SAA. I remember I started my journey in Toastmaster as Sergeant at Arms in Boeing Bangalore Toastmasters Club. And once I gave that intro of, laying down that 3 golden rules, the walk from that, center of the stage to back to my seat, it was just, I just felt it's blank. I couldn't feel anything. I was so nervous about taking up this new role and whether I'm going to excel in it or not. But I see a lot of confidence in Siddharth, and I know that he is going to rock this role and be an amazing SA out there. And then, as I would say, I love reading mythology. And if I have to say one thing, I'm not going against the religious line here, but there is one person who is the Bhishma Pitama of this club, and he is none other than Toastmaster Mazahir. He is the person who is, just above all of us, guiding us to make sure that no, even if you are the president, even if you are, this role taker, all new club officers will come and go, all the Pandavs will come and go. But Toastmaster Mazahir is going to stay there and make sure that this club is going to survive, and not just survive, its flag is just flying high out there. So much thank you to Toastmaster Mazahir, distinguished Toastmaster Mazahir, for being there for all of us. And we will need you all the time. You are not going to, get rid of continuous pings. What next to do, Mazahir? How are we going to do this? So you are just going to be there. And all the other members, Toastmaster Gaurav, Toastmaster Preeti, Toastmaster Sachin, and Toastmaster Revti, Toastmaster Chiru, Toastmaster Sultana Dilras, and everyone in this club who has been a member or who was a member previously. I encourage you all to take up roles, be a part of this wonderful club, and keep the enthusiasm high, and we are going to reach where we belong. On a personal note, I started my Toastmaster journey from Boeing Bangalore Toastmasters Club. And the vice president education of that club was Toastmaster Syed Arham Ahmed. And he was always the one who showed me the way in Toastmasters. I learned a lot from him. And when he was the president of that club, I was the vice president education. And seeing him, I always wanted to, execute my role as president the way he does, the way he used to do. And there have been a lot of people who have encouraged me in Boeing Toastmasters Club, but Toastmaster Syed is someone in whom I found a best friend and one of the finest leader that I saw. And his presence here today means a lot. He is the current area director of C1. So thank you, Toastmaster Syed, for being here and seeing me finally as a president. And this means a lot. So from my end, I would just say, with this wonderful team and with this wonderful division that we are in, distinguished Toastmaster Priya is not here, who is the Division F director, but I'm sure her best wishes are with us. And our area director, Toastmaster Miruna, thank you for your help. And I know we are always, we can always trust on you to help us out in case of any issues. And you will always be there to help this club rise higher. If anything that you need, you can just contact any of the executive committee members, and you're always welcome to attend our meetings. We always feel happy when you're here, and you can see from everyone's faces that everyone is excited that our area director is here. And yes, we are going to rock this meeting and everything. So thank you for being such an amazing leader, and I hope to interact with you more in the future and make sure that you're proud of this club. It will be in your area. So thank you, Toastmaster Miruna, for being with us. And with this, my whole Oscar Thanksgiving speech is finished now. And I would like to hand over to our area director, Toastmaster Miruna.
Thank you, Anuja. That was absolutely beautiful. I actually don't have anything more to say. I think you have said it all. And I am very sure that you will definitely take this club forward with the energy and enthusiasm that you do have. With your creative mind, you will definitely add a new element to this club meeting and make it amazing. So thank you for those wonderful wishes, and all the best to the new executive committee. You are always welcome to call me. First, I would prefer it if you would speak to Anuja and then later inform to me. But again, my phone is always, I am always available to answer your queries. If you have any doubts, if you don't know how to even perform your XCOM role, that is all right. You cannot get anywhere unless you start from zero. So be ready to start from zero to grow higher. That's it from me. It's over to you, Siddharth, if you want to take it forward.
Yeah. Now that I don't know what to do, I'll tell you why I picked up the Sergeant at Arms role. Mazahir said, I mean, all of us know Mazahir is a great seller. He came and told me none of my speeches or my time as a Sergeant at Arms will not be timed. Like, so I don't have to wait for a green card, yellow card. The green light is whenever I say. So I got sold there. I'm like, okay, fine, I'm going to pick that role up. And I could get to talk 2 minutes about whatever I would like, whatever the theme of the day was. So it doesn't matter. So today the theme is all of us here, and it is I mean, listening to Anuja's words, I feel overwhelmed, and I'm sure all of us will do what we have to do. And being impromptu about all these themes excited me, and to give it to somebody else who is, all of us can talk about our roles. Just to add on, I will also be the secretary working along with Trisha for this term, along with the Sergeant at Arms for the online. And I think, yeah, what am I missing out? Yes. I joined the club in November. It's been exactly about 2 months now. Now, second week of November, it's been 2 months. I've been trying to gather and, curate my YouTube videos, but I could never get that. And then Mazahir is like, you can oversee the PR work. You can oversee Vanshika's work if the YouTube videos are actually going to get uploaded. I was like, yes, I can definitely do that. So that's something that excites me even more, to be a part of the SAA for this term. And I would like to give it to somebody else who can talk about their role. Would Kevin try VP Education? A word or two about it?
Sure, Siddharth.
Yeah.
So again, VP, yeah, I was the VP Public Relations, and I was actually enjoying the role. A lot of learnings, and I could implement some of the new aspects like the new YouTube page, Instagram, and all that. And obviously, there's a back support of Mazahir here. Mazahir is like the pillar for everyone, I guess. So yeah, so with a lot of ideas from Mazahir and from my own ideas, we started this club. We also had some other members also. Like when I think about it, I think we started in the month of April 2020. And at that point, we had this person called Vinayak. I think he was the person who was the person who sowed the seed, I would say. And then again, with Mazahir and Priya and everyone in picture, so we started the club. So when I think about how we started till where we are reached now, it's all because of the combined efforts of everyone. It's not just one individual, but it's the willingness of everyone to make this club better. So that is the same thing we expect going forward. I'm sure everyone will support this. And so it's not about spending time every weekend, but it's more about the kind of learning. So it's like, so every step is going to make you a successful person in the future. So it's not like we are spending time, but we might think like, are we really gaining out of each meeting? It's not like that. Like it's a combined thing. So it's not us who sometimes recognize the difference that has come in us. It is like the people around us who will recognize how and where we have reached. So that is what I got to say. And I think this is what I have to impart in my new role as a VP Education. So I have to bring that willingness in everyone, and how each role and each meeting will make a person better. That is what my new role is. So it's entirely different from VP PR. So yeah, I'm excited, and I'm sure this will help me not only in Toastmasters, but in my work and like my family life as well. So with that, yeah, that's all that I've got to say about my role. Looking forward to my new role. Back to you, Siddharth.
Yeah, would any of the other role takers want to share a word?
Yes, I would like to. Hi, I am
Please.
Tilika, the past and the current VP membership. I joined Toastmasters last year in January, so it's almost 1 year now. As soon as I joined Toastmasters, the then VP membership, Toastmaster Gopinath, simply convinced and dragged me to take this VPM role. I was clueless then on what to do, but he somehow convinced me. I really thank Toastmaster Mazahir who mentored me and told me step by step on what to do and how to do. I would also mention thanks to our late Toastmaster Vijay, who mentored me for a very short time with this role. And I know if he would have been here, it would have been much treasure for our club. Nevertheless, slowly and steadily, I learned how to speak to strangers, how to go forward and initiate a conversation with some stranger, which I lacked and which this role and this Toastmaster thing has brought into me. And I'm thankful to be here. I'll try to give my best in this term also, and hope to see you. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Yeah. Would any other role takers share a word? Okay. After listening to our president's Anuja's speech, Area Director C1 Syed Ahmad doesn't need an introduction. Can I have a few words by you, sir? Please feel free to share a few words.
Thank you very much, Sergeant Rams. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Perfect. Thank you, first of all, so much for the invitation and for having me. It was really awesome to see all the club officers take up roles. What do I share? I think in terms of guidance and support, I think this club has pretty much everything it needs. I've had the pleasure of interacting with Area Director Toastmaster Miruna, Distinguished Toastmaster Mazahir Hussain, as well as your Divisional Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Priya Darshini. And I don't see any kind of hindrance or obstacle in which would become a thing for this club to proceed ahead. I think this club is bound for success. When, excuse me, when Area Director Toastmaster Miruna mentioned the words of honesty, loyalty, and empathy for Toastmaster Anuja, I think that's what pretty much defines her. I have had the pleasure of working with your president from Boeing Bangalore Toastmaster Club's inception, I think from 2019, and seeing her work as an SA all the way to VP8 for our club, the kind of dedication she portrayed and being single-handedly responsible for taking the club from a struggling club to one of the finest Toastmasters club in terms of DCB points and club quality and everything. I would wish Toastmaster Anuja all the very best. It's a very proud moment to see Toastmaster Anuja be elected as the president. As we joke in our club, she was born to be part of this role, and I wish you the very best. I personally have been part of Toastmasters since 7th grade. My dad was a Toastmaster and he used to push me into random Toastmaster meetings. And with people like Toastmaster Anuja, with people like Toastmaster, Director Toastmaster Miruna, who exemplify the definition of what women leadership is, I think this club is bound for success. And I wish you all the very best. As an area director, I would like to say this is also a networking opportunity. So if any one of you want to connect with the club in my area or my home club, which is Boeing Bangalore Toastmaster Club, you guys are most welcome. We would love to have you as well as work with you on our Toastmaster journey. So wishing you all the very best for this club. And I don't think this club should aim for President Distinguished, because I think this club can go for the Golden Gavel. So all the very best, and back to you, Sergeant Arms.
Thank you for those words. And we are excited as a club to be working with your club anytime soon. And before I go ahead and give it to the networking session and talking about other things, I would like our hero, backbone pillar of our club, Mr. Mazahir, to DTM Mazahir to share some words if he's here. Okay, it always takes some time to wait for your best movie. So let's wait for some time. So let's get going. In case he's back, he's always going to have time to talk. So what next? Do you guys want to share what our resolutions are going to be for the next 6 months? Starting from Miruna, area director.
Okay. All right. This was actually my idea, by the way. And
Okay.
I wanted
Okay.
I had told Anuja to ask all of you to come up with resolutions for the next 6 months for Toastmasters. And I would also want to know how this would apply or benefit your professional / your personal life. So my goal for the next 6 months would be to try to improve my skills with regards to humor. Why I think that would be beneficial for my professional and personal life is that it would lighten up conversations here and there, and it would make you a little bit more approachable as a person and as a leader, to be a little more funny. And sometimes I think that I can be a little too serious. So I think it would be better for my blood pressure also in the long term. So I would like to know how to add a little bit more humor in my speeches as well as in the way I speak. So that is my communication / leadership goal for the next 6 months, and how it's going to benefit me. So someone else can take it forward from here. And I hope, Anuja, you're noting these things down so that we can.
And once Miruna mentioned humor, the only thing that struck me was Vanshika being quarantined and being positive in quarantine. You can take it forward from here. Vanshika, please share us your resolutions.
Right, like Miruna said, my aim for the next 6 months is to make Speaking and Beyond as visible as possible, and to bring out some humor, because I have realized that, when you put in some humor, people tend to remember either your joke or people tend to remember you as a person. So to bring out the visibility of Speaking and Beyond with some humor, that will be my new resolution for the next 6 months. It will be very difficult to fit into Kevin's shoes, but I will try as fast and as best as possible.
Anybody is free to go ahead and share their resolutions.
Yeah, like it's a, I wouldn't say it's a resolution that will be starting from this year. This has started, this is the main reason why I even joined Toastmasters. So I personally had this issue of articulating my thoughts and putting it across. So that is something that you gain out of practice. So that is one thing I would like to give away to everyone who is attending the session today. So that is the one main benefit you get out of Toastmasters. So you can speak freely. So if you have something in your mind, if you're not able to tell that outside, then that is where the actual problem starts. So communication is everything. And that is one thing that I've gained out of Toastmasters. And yeah, this is a resolution that I'm going to keep up as long as I am with Toastmasters. And yeah, I would not want to change from that. That's one thing that I want to work on, and I feel I've become better in that area. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
I'll just quickly go ahead and say something. Siddharth, thank you so much for calling. I was just busy setting up my phone, and both the hands are here. I'm on phone. You guys can see me. As to what Kevin was saying, I would like to share something, maybe a small story. It will take about 2.5 or 3 minutes. 2020, specifically around February, towards the end, that's when Vinayak reached out to me, and I was serving as an area director. He said, and we used to work in the same company, JP Morgan. He said, Mazahir, I would like to start a club if possible at Shobha Dreammakers. I said, that's a very good idea. And remember, this is February, so there was no corona as such that was happening at that time. I said, let's go ahead and set up some time. He said, yeah. Let's pull a demo meeting together on March 7th or 8th. It was a Saturday, so that. The first week of March happened, the lockdown almost was announced and people were furious about whatever was happening. So we decided to go with an online meeting. So apparently this club, Speaking and Beyond, had never seen, apart from one of the in-person meeting, any physical meeting as such. Charter members, many came, many went. Some of them are here and some of them are who are not in the meeting but still a member, and people who are part of the meeting and extended members. I would like to thank all of them. It's because of their vision, it's because of their support, it's because of how they held on to the club is what this club is all about. I've never been associated with a club from a very scratch and then been a member. But with Speaking and Beyond, I have that relation. In terms of resolutions, if you ask me for next 6 months, I will be as active, rather a little more active with this club possible. Help people whenever so possible, whether it's about their role, whether it's about their speeches, meeting role, or any other question that they have. I'll make sure everybody gets enough support in the club. And in case if anybody has anything, they can always reach out to our dear president, Toastmaster Anuja, along with the executive committee. If not, Miruna has already extended her support in saying that if there's anything you would like to let me know, I'm sure we'll be reaching out to. It's these kind of people, when they extend their warmth around all of us, we feel really comfortable. And isn't that what Toastmasters is all about? A safe platform for all of us to practice our public speaking skill, to do better at our networking, to do better at our leadership. And I think I'm going to continue that way, that route. Well, on that note, thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm not Bhish Pratama. I'm nobody. I'm just a mere member of this club. And that's who I am. And I take an immense pride in saying that I'm a proud member of Speaking and Beyond. And I belong to Area F3, Division F. This is Mazahir, and I'll be associating and helping role players with various things, even example, including with the committee, if there is anything ever needed, available for your help. Thank you. And back to you, Siddharth. I know this was pretty impromptu, by the way, Siddharth. I know this is very impromptu and I know what you're doing. Okay. By the way, Siddharth is not the MOC for today's meeting. He was supposed to be the sergeant at arms. So, and I'm loving it the way he's handling things. It just keeps going back and forth and he's not even saying anything. So it's really nice. Okay, Siddharth, continue. I'm loving the energy. Go on.
Yeah, thank you. I've learned a lot from you. So there's no surprise if I'm doing good. And I would like our newest member of our club, Pankaj Shaw, to share a few words.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Siddharth, for the opportunity. So my resolution would be to learn to convey my thoughts, articulate the thoughts in a proper manner and convey my ideas to the person listening. So yeah, basically these are the main things that I want to focus on. I have a few great plans for my personal and professional life. So the communication skills is a very important part. So yeah, I want to work on those. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Pankaj, for those words and sharing your opinion on Toastmaster Club. I'm going to pick somebody for the next resolution, sharing their resolution. Trisha, you can go ahead and share your resolution.
Yeah, sure, Siddharth. So I have two resolutions, short term and long term. The short term resolution is immediately go read up what are the roles and responsibilities of the secretary. I take immense pleasure in serving as a secretary. And the moment I got a call from Mazahir, I did not understand what to tell. And I said, yes, I will do it. And later, half the day I was thinking, and in the evening, I called him up again. I was like, why me? Why did you choose me? And he was like, why not? I was like, okay, so why is that you're choosing a new member? So I have no idea about how Toastmasters function, or who are all present, or who's the president, who is taking care of the meetings, etc. I don't know. I didn't have much idea. Having that, given that I've joined this just a month ago, and I told him the same. I don't have any idea. He was like, Toastmasters is all about public speaking and leadership, and you are here to learn just these two. And he sold it to me in such a way that he somehow correctly guessed my personality and merged it with the position and telling that you are the best person for this position ever. Thank you, Mazahir. Thanks a lot. And yeah, that was my short-term resolution. And coming to the long-term resolution. So unfortunately, when I hear people talking about the resolution, I keep checking that, yes, this is also my resolution. Yes, this is also my resolution. So my resolution for the next 6 months would be to build on my interpersonal communication. So I find myself going a little mute when I find myself in a group of people. And I think that's what I need to work on interpersonal communication, work on a little bit of humor so that it lights up the conversation, as so many others mentioned. And yeah, look forward to learning more in Toastmasters. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, Mazahir has got the knack to sell anything. I do agree with that. And yes, you are the best fit for a secretary role. All the best for that. And before I give it to Anuja to share her resolution for the next 6 months, I'll share my resolution. More than resolution, the main, let's say, the purpose of joining a public speaking club. I wanted to reduce the fillers that I use, like, like actually or and I wanted to get that down. But having studied at a university like Christ, I'm somehow good at impromptu. My impromptu speeches are much better than my prepared speeches. My prepared speeches somehow, they just take another road because I kind of prepare too much, or I don't know what I prepared, and to tell that it doesn't really balance out much. So I would like my prepared speeches, give more importance to the prepared speeches and concentrate there. And that would be my biggest resolution in joining Toastmasters. And I would like to do that in the next 6 months. Let's see if I could and if I can. And off to President Anuja to share her resolutions.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Siddharth. And my resolution for next 6 months would be, being a good president for this club, because that is one of the most important role that I have on my hands right now. And that would help me professionally because I am newly managing and creating a team from scratch in my organization in KPMG in organizational change management. And this is very new for me. And so that would help in, in managing team and keeping up the communications of the team and understanding what and how team dynamic works. So yeah, my resolution for 6 months is to be good in leadership activities and be involved with the team members as well as the executive committee of Speaking and Beyond. So that's from my side. And do we have any other members who would want to share their resolutions? Gaurav?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, sure, Gaurav.
When we talk about resolutions, so I have still 2 years resolutions pending. Last 2020 and 2021, I have made many resolutions, but I could not make it. So this year, I will at least try to bring that all resolutions to bring to shape. Else than that, and when you talk about Speaking and Beyond Club, so we have got TM Mazahir over here. Trust me, the kind of follow-up this guy has, I've never seen in my life. Even I quote example to my employees over there. I have got a friend whose follow-up is such कि morning में उठोगे तो आपको लगेगा कि मज़ाहिर का मैसेज नहीं आ जाए यार, वो बोलेगा क्या करने के लिए. So I really appreciate Mazahir. I really appreciate, and I will try to add more and more humor to Speaking and Beyond Club, and there will be a speech on Mazahir also this year from myself. Thank you so much.
I think everybody will have a lot to contribute over there, Gaurav. Your first interaction with Mazahir, I think that would be very, very different and same in the same time. I understand. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, Priyanka, please go ahead.
Hi. Okay. I have joined this forum for the very first time, and I know Kevin from my college MBA time. So I always used to see his status with this Toastmaster invite. So it just coincidentally I've joined today just to have a look what exactly it talks about, what is it, what exactly happens, because a couple of times I've seen his status in a lot of forums. I have just joined it, to be very honest, just for a randomly, just to check what happens, what is it all about. I've heard this name prior to this also, Toastmaster, but not aware of, what exactly you grill people on, what topic, on what debates goes on. To give a quick intro, I am part of the human resource team. I'm working in BCG, Boston Consulting Group in Gurgaon office. I manage the HR ops, induction, onboarding, exit formalities, absence, payroll, etc. Just wanted to know, been having experience from a lot of time, but still, when it comes to talking with people, not that hesitant enough, but yes, when it's quite new and it's something which is very debatable, that's quite interest me. So that's the only motto of me joining in. Looking forward to the conversation ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you, Priyanka. As a guest, you took up the initiative to come forward and talk. You should definitely consider joining our next Sunday's meeting, because it's much better than what I would be doing the MC, and it's much more organized, I would say. You should definitely consider joining next week as well, next Sunday as well. Are there any other guests here who would like to talk? Okay. Tulika, would you like to share your resolution for this term?
Yes, my resolution is to learn some humor from my husband, Toastmaster Gaurav. He's so humorous, and I just fail to put humor in my speeches. We are so opposites. So this year, my resolution is also going to be a light on yourself and everybody out here and add in some humor. That's it from my side.
Yeah, Gaurav is really humorous. Every one of us would hands down agree to that. And could somebody help me out, because I'm also kind of wondering what next, because we have another half an hour to go.
Well, I feel so that we can start, or probably just discuss our experience from first week.
Hey, you know what? I just had this question since the beginning. I heard the name DTM and TM. If Miruna or anybody else, or even the other area directors present here, Syed, would explain us what a DTM is. I mean, like, why distinguished Toastmaster, and how do we earn that?
Okay, so nothing complicated. Initially, how we would have it is that before Pathways, we had competent communicator, competent leader. We had a different educational program altogether. And there, I would say that you would have to complete 40 speeches. You will have to go through the roles of taking a TMOD, timer, grammarian, whatever, as well as doing your HPL, that is high performance leadership. That would be probably having organized a contest or being a chair of a certain event. It could be within Toastmasters or outside Toastmasters. Along with that, you will have to be a district officer, that is area director or division director or anything above that. And along with that, you would have to, have you heard of Speechcraft by any chance? Okay, so Speechcraft is something that we do in Toastmasters, where we reach out to non-Toastmasters. We have a 6-week program where we get to train non-Toastmasters using our Toastmaster skills. So each week, the guests will get to learn about their body language, or they will get to learn about how to craft a speech, how to use vocal variety, so on and so forth. So that is something that we also have. And if you have a club that is newly chartered, that is newly opened, you will have a club, you'll have 2 club sponsors, 2 club mentors. Club mentors are just people who are there throughout for the first 6 months in your Toastmaster journey. They will help you with everything as to how to conduct a meeting in general, how the XCOM roles are supposed to be played. If you want to have any educational sessions, they will basically hold your hand from the beginning for the next 6 months and help you push into becoming a regular functioning club. So you will have to do a combination of, so currently you would have to finish 2 paths. right? You might be in one path right now. You will have 5 levels. You will have to do another path along with your current path. Once your 2 paths are completed, you will have to be a district officer or be a club coach where you get 1 club distinguished. Let's not go into very big details. Basically, either being an area director or do a club a lot of service such that they are pretty stable, or you have to be a club mentor or conduct speechcraft, plus you have to be a club sponsor, that along with YLP or something. So you basically need to do a lot of things and you become a distinguished Toastmaster. So why it is really prestigious is that by the time you are done with these educational as well as your leadership goals towards becoming a distinguished Toastmaster, you have learned a lot with regards to communication as well as leadership. You not only do basic roles where you are just organizing a small club meeting, but you can experience organizing a conference. So, and you can experience organizing a training session which spans about for 6 weeks. So in there, your learning is very high. So you can, this is something that looks very beautiful and golden in your CV also later, once you become a distinguished Toastmaster. Only if people are aware that what a distinguished Toastmaster is really about. So in your current let's say environment, being online, it is pretty simple to become a distinguished Toastmaster once you're an area director. But it is up to you to really take every single level, every speech you give and make the best out of it. A person can become a DTM in 2 days if you're the VP education. You can just keep saying yes, 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 approve, approve, approve for everything. But it is up to you to make the best out of each opportunity you're presented with. So you can say that they are the cream of Toastmasters. There are people who are triple DTMs. They have gone through the entire experience 3 times because they are not happy with just doing it once. They see that there is so much more to learn. So again, it's up to you. And it's like, you could say the pinnacle of the leadership journey, leadership plus communication. So yeah, that is what a distinguished Toastmaster is. So Mazahir would have completed 2 paths. He was an area director. He would have been a club coach, and he would have probably been a club sponsor or club mentor or something like that. So through your Toastmaster journey, you complete all these roles and you become a distinguished Toastmaster.
And what's the duration of this course?
So again, it depends, right? You can become a distinguished Toastmaster within 2 years. So for the first year, you will enter as a normal member. You will not be, let's just say that no one will give you the area director role as soon as you become a member. You will have to prove yourself through becoming probably a VP education or a president, along with giving your speeches. So your speeches will go in parallel with you being an ExCom officer. All right. But once that is done, maybe the next year you could apply for being an area director. Once the division directors or someone in the leadership sees that you are really capable, you can stand for being an area director along with conducting a few events, going through certain trainings and so forth. So I would say that regularly it would take around 3 years. But if you 3 years minimum, again, that is up to you. You can take as much time as you would want. Even right now, I am ready. I just have 2 more speeches to finish towards becoming a DTM in June. But again, I'm not really happy with the quality of speeches I have given. I would want to restart again and repeat a few speeches and only then earn the title of becoming a distinguished Toastmaster. So I would say minimum 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Priyanka, any other doubts you have regarding the membership? We have the best people on duty for that. Tulika will reach out to you.
Yeah, so in short, I just want to know how exactly the course is about. It's like workshop. So if you have workshop, is it only on weekends? If on weekends, what is the agenda behind it? If so, and how does it? So what is the like? What kind of sessions do you cover on weekends, which you have it on Saturday and Sunday? So how does it will help in improving my if required?
Okay, can I take that up? If that's
Yes,
okay.
please.
All right. So Priyanka, you have not joined or visited any Toastmaster club until now, correct?
No, nothing yet.
Okay, fine. So today was actually a special meeting where I was installing a certain officers to do their lead to begin their leadership journey of the club. So what we do is we have a lot of clubs throughout Karnataka, throughout India, throughout the world, and each club meets either once a week or twice in a month, right? So Speaking and Beyond here meets once a week, every Sunday from 4 to 5:30 p.m. And you must be wondering, okay, what do you do during that duration? We have a set agenda where we will be having a speech session followed by a table topic session, that is your impromptu session, followed by your evaluation session, right? So what a VP education does, Vice President Education will set an agenda saying that, hey, Anuja, Siddharth, you will be giving a speech next week. And for these speeches, 2 people will be evaluating. I could be one evaluator, Kevin could be one evaluator, right? So on that day, maybe next week, Anuja will come give her speech on any topic, but she will have a certain set of rules. Like, for example, Anuja, you should be delivering a speech where you will need to involve body language. And so she will have to prepare her speech accordingly, where she will have to utilize she will have to really deliver her speech using body language. Once she is done, we will have the impromptu session where, let's say, Tulika is the master of that session. Okay, we call them the table topics master. She will come and say random topics, and she will pick out anyone, or people will volunteer, and they will have to think on the spot and deliver a 1-minute speech, 1 to 2 minute speech. So in this way, it improves your impromptu speaking. When that is done, the evaluation session will start, where I will go and evaluate Anuja's speech, right? So she will come give her speech, and I will be the one to point out where all she has done extremely well, which is her area of improvement, and what can she do better to improve her speeches further on, right? So this is how the general flow of the meeting goes. This is what we have every single week. And we also have a general evaluator who evaluates the entire meeting. So it's just a holistic way in which you are able to enhance, play around with your communication skills, your leadership skills, and figure out probably what kind of a communicator you are, or see where you lack and where you can improve. So it's a platform where no one judges anybody. If you go onto stage, you forget your speech, we will still be clapping and encouraging you to, encouraging you. So it is a very, very supportive environment. And well, yeah, this is basically what Toastmasters is about. We are a non-profit, but we still do pay a membership fees. The membership fees is for certain things like our manuals, our contests, and certain trainings that we undergo. So everything is accounted for. And yeah, this is basically about it. This is the entirety of Toastmasters in a high level.
Thanks, Prerna. That was quite a good insight.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I totally understood what exactly it is about. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Please
Priyanka, for
pass on your
joining.
contact to Tulika if you would be interested later, or you could attend next week's meeting also. It'll be at 4 p.m. so that you could really see what the meeting is about, what Toastmasters is about. And if you are interested, you could, look towards joining.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, Priyanka, for joining. It was a pleasant surprise. So
Thanks, Kevin.
one of my colleagues has joined. I've been pushing a lot of people. So yeah, join this.
I think you should put an Instagram or a Christ University group or
yes.
ex-alumni group.
Yeah, thank you for that tip. I think I'll do that. Okay. And yeah, before I think Siddharth is having some agenda in his mind for the next few minutes. Before I do that, I just wanted to highlight this, like the importance of how Toastmasters impacted us, like the members. For example, there is one course that the IELTS organized, the British Council. They are the ones who run the IELTS exam. So they have this crash course for 1 month. They charge you like 10K. And the objective is, once you finish that, you will be like in band level 8 or above, is what the person who is going to join will feel. But it's actually useless. Instead, I would say invest in Toastmaster, because the communication is not something that you can learn in a month. They are just going to give you tips. And for that tips can be found in YouTube also. But the most important is practicing it. So this has happened to one of my friends, and he shared the sad story to me. Like he spent around 10K for that 1 month crash course. And the trainer even told, you will exceed all limits, and he got some 6.5 score. He was very sad. So I would recommend everyone to become a Toastmaster because it's a gradual process. And so like I said earlier, it's not you who might be feeling the difference. It's the people around you who will notice the difference in you. Yeah, with that, Siddharth, over to you.
Yeah, well, I just picked up from your conversation with Priyanka that you guys are from Christ University. Even I'm from Christ University. And, and the last word that I could give Priyanka is you can't, we can't read about swimming, like right hand first and left hand first, and then you go down and come up, breathe like that, breathe like this. You have to dive in to understand it and what best you can learn out of that. So you always can consider joining us next Sunday and then decide how you want to go about it. So that's there. And our agenda, like there was this meeting of the one meeting of Kevin that he hosted where he was the TMOD and he started talking about work-life balance. One of my favorite meetings ever. So we didn't have much attendance on that meeting. So we thought for the next 10, 15 minutes, what we have, we can keep that as an agenda. That is again, work-life and personal life balance. So if is there anybody who would like to share their work-life and personal life balance, if it is balancing, and what are the right ingredients that we need to have a right work-life balance? Starting off from Kevin, obviously.
Okay, Siddharth, I think that day I had a lot of points in front of me because I was with TMOD. Today I have to think about what I should say. Okay, work-life balance is definitely important. We all know that we need a break from work. Sometimes we just keep on working, and at the end of the day, we should realize that it's just for a few amount of money. But at the end of the day, money is not everything. It's about the connections you make, the people you know, and yeah. So that is above everything. Is what we should realize. But then work is something that keeps us engaged. But that does not mean that we should not do bad in our work because we'll be thrown out. They're not keeping us for free. So yeah, but work-life balance these days are a little difficult is what I would say. So Toastmasters definitely a forum where you can actually meet some other people apart from the usual people you meet at work or at family. It's you get that opportunity to network with a lot of people, like-minded people, and that will definitely help you go forward. Apart from that, so sorry, I'm not getting points in my mind for work-life balance. I'm sure that this was a very hot topic that day. I mean, we were enjoying that 1.5, but I think if anyone can say, a funny experience they had at work with their managers, I'm sure there'll be something to say. Anyone can.
Okay. I'm gonna pitch in if there's anyone not in the queue. I think COVID is something since the COVID pandemic started. I think that's the time since my work-life balance had turned to nil. That's because my work is quite hectic. Mates stopped coming in the beginning, so that was a very challenging period wherein had to balance both in terms of household work and then doing my office work as well. So I think that was a period wherein was a period wherein the work-life balance was not actually a work-life balance for me, and I was not able to balance it totally due to the amount of workload which was into. For me, work-life balance is in simple terms, which I have learned is, since this pandemic started, I have started giving more time to my family, which earlier it's not that I wasn't, but yes, to an extent not. This work-life balance during pandemic had taught me, it's always good to keep a balance, not to mix your professional and personal life. Wherein if it's weekend, it just focus on your personal life and not make your office talk or conversation with my spouse, which somewhere it leads to some arguments or something. So it's better to have a balance between both the things. Apart from that, just to add on, work-life balance is it's like a salt and pepper, wherein a mix of ingredients, wherein it more of salt is like it spoil the food. So it's the same way. Yeah.
Thanks for those. Thanks for sharing your experience. Would anybody else like to try? Any volunteers? Chiru? Chiru sir, you were part of the previous meeting.
Yeah. So when I think only 3 of us were there.
Yeah, just 3 of us. Yeah, go ahead.
And one. Yeah, I think nothing much to add to what Kevin or Priyanka has said. But going back to the earlier topic, I'm also a new member to this club, and I would rather, instead of talking about work-life balance, I want to commit myself here, in terms of resolution, that maybe I should give some speeches. Till now, I have participated only in the tabletop topics only. For the next 6 months, hopefully, I'll be able to do that. Overcome my hesitation and do that. That's my resolution, and hopefully I'm going to come around to doing that. And definitely, work-life balance, to me, it is coming back to this topic. Everything is life, right? I mean, so even the work which we do to earn our living is also part of life. Somehow we get burdened by that because work hijacks us. So somehow we need to reduce that burden. We should start enjoying that work so that it doesn't seem like a burden. At the same time, I think this pandemic, at least for, I don't know if all, it has given an opportunity where sometimes during the work time, which is like whatever time you work from 9 to 6, 9 to 7, I sneak out to get sabzi, that is like, life happening during work. I do that quite a few times, go get vegetables, go get some groceries, sometimes get a haircut, so that's how the pandemic has made the balance come into your life. And probably you're checking mail late in the night. That is also possible. Maybe that was there before also, but maybe during this time more so. So you are checking your mail during what could be your personal time. So this is probably the best time for work-life balance. And not only that, the Toastmasters is also a fantastic medium where it brings balance to that, to this, to meet new people, to learn a new skill more so. And that is definitely going to help us in our life in general, in work as well. Yeah, that's all from me.
Thank you, Shiru.
Siddharth.
Yeah, thank you, Shiru. Thank you for those words, and we should all get a haircut in our own free time. It's been a while since my mom's telling me. So yeah, I wish Gaurav was here. I'm sure he would have had much more creative hacks in sharing us. We have about the last 5 to 7 minutes. I will hand it over to Anuja. She can share her work-life balance because she also sounds equally busy. And she can also add a few words in how she likes to take our responsibilities as executive committee for this term.
Thank you, Toastmaster Siddharth. So I actually believe in work-life balance, but I have a very complicated way of executing that. It depends. Like I work like at a stretch I can work, and at a stretch I need my own time. So for me, it's very well defined. I don't mix both of them, but it's also unhealthy because if I'm working for a long time, that day I might not take out time for myself at all. It would just be for eating and sleeping. So that is a little bit unhealthy, but somehow I try to manage it, and that's how I have been, functioning since my childhood. So it's very difficult for me to I don't believe in a timetable or routine. So I'm sorry to say that, but I do believe that when you're in a mood for something or when your creative juices flow, you should just let it. Like if you are in a mood to watch Netflix, it shouldn't it shouldn't alter or it shouldn't interfere with your work. But suppose you have your weekend and you still want to work, and so there shouldn't be an obligation that you can't work on weekends. If your mind is in that zone where you are thinking about your work and you really want to work on something, I would say go ahead and do it. That's how I function. But I know once you have your own family, once you have other people to look after, it's a difficult thing to do because you have to care and keep in consideration about other people. And that's why work life balance is important. Till the time you have no one else to care about, you can be a little eccentric, but still, if everyone has their own way of working, take out time for everyone, but don't let your eccentricity or the way you feel most productive go away from you. So in terms of catching with work life balance, do make sure that you are passionate for what you're doing, even if it's a simple, if it's life balancing or work balancing, either ways. If you feel that you need to cook that day and you have work to do, but you really want to cook that day, go ahead and cook. I would say, it would at least give you satisfaction at that time. So that's my take on work life balance. And with this, I think we have come to the end of the meeting. I would officially close our meeting today. And thank you for such a wonderful, being a master of ceremony, Toastmaster Siddharth. You were an impromptu master of ceremony today. So we could clearly see that you are good in impromptu. And the one thing that I want our club to concentrate really on the upcoming 6 months is that we excel in a lot of things. We do take a lot of roles, and we do get good attendance in the meeting. We have good member addition, and all those things should go on as it's going on. One thing that I would want each and every member to concentrate is giving one fantastic speech just to blow the minds off of everyone in the team. Every member should aim for that I am going to give this speech, which is which is the which is going to show that as a Toastmaster I have excelled so much, because that's why we have joined Toastmasters, to be great communicators. So I want each and every member, give less speeches, but when you give a speech, give your heart and soul in it. When we listen to your speech, we shouldn't forget it. That's what I want each and every member of this club to do. Please, get get going on your speeches, get going on finishing your levels. And once you get in that zone for giving good speeches, it's that is also addictive. You will want to be better than the others. You will want to be better than yourself the last time you did. And as Toastmaster Miruna said, that I still feel that I would have given these speeches better, and she can become a DTM in 2 speeches. But that urge for perfectionism, that urge for self improvement, we all should show that, we all should exhibit that. And we can get many awards, we can get many DCP points. We have to uh, just be there. But as personal improvement, let's all give one mind blowing speech and make sure that everyone in the club is going to remember for our speeches. So that's one motivational factor from your president, motivational request from your president. So I would be looking for amazing speeches in the upcoming 6 months. And with this, I would like to have a XCOM meeting for just 5 to 10 minutes. So any member or any guest who want to give their feedback on how you like the meeting, you are free to do that, and then we'll have our XCOM meeting. Okay. Anyone who would like to give a feedback? Priyanka, we sincerely hope that you join our meeting next week, because that would be a proper Toastmaster meeting. You can see how Toastmaster meeting in that format works. So our VP membership, Toastmaster Tulika, and you obviously know Kevin, they will be reaching out to you. And then please do join our meeting next Sunday, and we look forward to seeing you then.
Sure, Anuja. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. So with this, I would close the meeting, and I would request the XCOM members to just wait for 5 to 10 minutes.